Love Came Along is the movie I'm reviewing. This movie is executive produced by Thelma, and the story is written by Thelma as well. And this movie can be found on Dubem TV. A quick recap of this movie is a young lady who is a busy mom, a busy wife. She doesn't have time for her family. Like, she got no time, and this was affecting her marriage. Is she going to stop working and concentrate on her family, or she will continue neglecting and eventually lose her family to her maid? This is what you're going to see when you try to watch Love Came Along on Dubem TV. What I like about this movie is the storyline. I mean, we've seen this storyline on YouTube before. It's not an original storyline, but I like the twist at the end. I mean, storyline like this, the husband always end up with the maid, or the wife loses the family. But there's a twist. The husband actually didn't lose the wife, or the wife didn't lose the family. They actually solved their problem along the way. So that was a good one, and I think I enjoyed storylines like this. I actually just like movies or storylines that are not predictable. Like, we know this storyline and we know how it ends, so it doesn't, when you can read the end of the story, it just doesn't make it exciting anymore. So I think I enjoyed the route that it took, and I like that. Another thing I like about this movie is the acting and cast of this movie. This movie doesn't have a lot of cast, but you're not going to find it boring, so that was exciting. Sometimes when you watch other movies and it's only 4 casts, 5 casts, or even 6, and you still find the movie boring. This doesn't have a lot of cast, but it's not boring, so that was really interesting to see. Then of course I like Rozy and Chinenye's acting very much. Chinenye is a very good actress. Like, she's really good, so I actually enjoy her, and I like seeing her act a boss lady. Most times she's always the maid, calm character, somebody who is deprived of riches. That's the character she mostly acts. She doesn't act boss lady from a rich family. You hardly see her in characters like that in YouTube movies. So seeing her here act for a young, beautiful, rich, bossy, hard-working class wife, it took her, I saw her in a different light, basically, and I think I enjoyed seeing her act something out of the norm that she normally acts, or she normally does on YouTube. So I think I like that very much, and I want to appreciate the child in the movie. The child was really beautiful, and she can also act. I think I enjoyed the small girl as well. Finally, what I like about this movie, I want to talk about the costume of this movie. Costume, Chinenye was looking beautiful. Her makeup was on point. Her outfits were fitting, classy, beautiful, and of course also Rozy outfits. The guy, that's the husband, he was also looking good. The child goes to school. The uniform was like, costume wise was really nice. And talking about costume, I really love Thelma's uniform. I mean, she was the cook in the house, and her uniform was fitting. Her uniform looks really good, clean, ironed. Just looking at her alone, I'm like, yeah, this is an educated maid. She looks really good. So costume wise, everybody actually just look presentable, appealing in their role respectively, and that was really nice. I took notice, and I'm like, yeah, I like the costume on this set. That was nice. What I don't like about this movie, I want to talk about cinematography. For a movie that was just cool and vibes, I didn't expect the cinematography at all. The scenes were ashy. I don't know what they were going for. Some scenes were pinkish, or should I say ashy or whitish. I don't know, like, when it's not crisp and sharpness on a picture or on a video, yeah, like there's a filter on top of the movie you're watching, and I'm like, it is like, what is going on with the cinematography? I just didn't like anything about cinematography for this movie at all. Then I want to talk about location for this movie. This girl is a boss lady. She's always going to work. She's always in town. And we didn't see her in town. We didn't see her in the office. Poor, lazy production. What I call poor lazy production. You know when there's a movie where there's a key talking point which make up the story, and there's no location show that activities are going on for that person or for that particular actor who is, a talking point or activity is supposed to surround the person, and we are not seeing the person in that location, that person acting in that location. There's a problem. That brings me to poor, lazy, mediocre production down on YouTube for us to see. This girl is making her work distract her from her family. Why don't we see her in her office working late, doing activities in the office, and we see that this is exactly what she's doing that is preventing her from coming home or carrying her away from her family. Why are we not seeing her act in her office like the boss lady that she is projected to be? Why are we not seeing that? Just lazy, mediocre production for us to see. That was something so terrible. And even the house location, that was the only location in this movie. I said it wasn't boring because the acting in the house was really nice, but location, zero. Lastly, I want to talk about no creativity in this story. Like I said, you've seen this storyline before, so obviously there's no creativity. The only creativity, which might not be creativity, of course, to some people who really want to critique a movie, the husband didn't leave the wife, or should I say the wife didn't lose her family. That was the only thing different from a storyline like this that we know of. So obviously this is nothing much to hold on to. So on that note, I'll give this movie a 4/10. Not so low, not so high either. I just like these vibes, and of course I really enjoy Chinenye's acting, because I hardly see her in a position like this. So she's the reason I'm actually rating this movie a 4/10. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next movie review.